Okay, welcoming everybody in. I am Charity, aka NiceComps. We are going to get all the platforms going, so give me just a second. All right, here we go. Let's get everyone's camera looking good. Let's see, kind of playing around with some new technology here, so yeah, just kind of bear with me as we figure all this out. All right, Sally Garcia is the first one in today. Welcome in. Happy to see you. How are we today? Good, I hope. I hope you're great. Joel's here. Good morning, Joel. All right. I think we are live everywhere. I think we're live everywhere. Okay, cool. Right on. B. David's in the house. Welcome in. Tenacious T is joining us. Always great to see you. Good morning, you guys. Hey, happy Friday. It's Friday, baby. You know what that means? That means tomorrow's garage sale day. Suzery, good morning, you guys. I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for the likes already. Thanks for the like, B. David. Tenacious, you're always so generous with your likes, too. I really appreciate that. Okay. All right, you guys, here we go. So what are we doing today? First of all, I am Charity, aka NiceComps, and I am a reseller. I resell on eBay. I resell on Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari. Little bit on Grailed, tiny bit on Facebook Marketplace. Those are the main platforms I do. I sell a little bit of everything, but I mainly focus on clothing, shoes. I guess that's really my main focus is some hard goods. And what I really love selling is vintage and Y2K stuff, which is what we're focused on today. So that's going to be really exciting. We are focused on mainly shirts today. I think today is all shirts today. So we're going to be doing Y2K. We're going to be doing some vintage. Hopefully you guys will learn a couple things. If you have any questions or anything while we're doing this too, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it on the replay, feel free to ask questions. Hopefully I can answer them for you. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. And then hopefully there'll be another reseller in here that may be able to help you out. What do you use to dye your hair? Oh, thanks so much, Mrs. L. I use a color line called Pulp Riot, Pulpriot. And as far as I'm concerned, it is the greatest bright hair color line on the market. It's the only thing I would ever use. Riz is here. Good morning, Riz. Riz, I was thinking about you yesterday. Last night I was getting stuff prepped, and I've got this like old vintage, gigantic girly gown, and I was steaming it from the inside out, and I was thinking about you. God's here this morning. Good morning. 841. Coley's here. Welcome in, Coley. And Cat Lily, Thrifty Wifey. Good morning, you guys. And Kim Dotson. Okay, so let's get started here. We got to put on our eyeballs. So like I said, we're going to be going ahead and focusing mainly on vintage and Y2K stuff today. That just happens to be the box that Justin pulled. And whatever box Justin pulls and brings me and I steam, that's what we wind up listing. So let me get my phone all set up here. I'm also going to set myself a little timer here. So I also spent yesterday, I spent a couple hours just kind of sitting down and re-looking at my schedule and trying to kind of like figure out how I can fit all the things that I want, because I want to be able to get more stuff listed. Like I see these resellers listing like 20, 30 things a day. And I'm like, how in the world are they doing that? So I am going to maximize my time. That is my focus and my goal going into 2025 is to actually have a schedule. I'll keep you posted on how the spicy neurobrain accomplishes that. And Kush, welcome. Hi, nice to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Guys, it's Friday. It's Friday. Thrifty's in the house. Maniac Mim. I love when I see your name because that's what my son calls me is Mim, M-E-M. Mim. Okay, guys, let's get started here. Let's start out with definitely a vintage item here. So this is a Disney. This is definitely 90s Disney. So it's got the 90s Disney double tag. This tag is crazy beefy. So you know that it is vintage. Any tags you see that have like the double back where it's like a front and back and still has that like meaty beefy feel to it, you know it's not new because they don't do that anymore. Now, the original size tag, unfortunately, is faded. However, I can pretty much guarantee 99.9% this is a made in the USA item. I'm sure I'll find some other ones online that have the original tag, hopefully, that have the original tag for me to see some info. It looks good everywhere. Cool. Thanks, baby. Okay, so we got our Grumpy here. We've got a nice little Disney. I would say this is probably a medium would be my guess on this. Yeah, Coley, beefy tag. Yeah. So I know this is such a cool, like a cool find. Where do I get my stuff? I'm going to get this question too, I'm sure. So I get all my stuff from garage sales. I am the holler for a dollar girl. I go to garage sales and I try to get stuff for $1 or less to flip it. I'm really interested in that, like return on my investment being as large as I possibly can. So I don't do like thrift stores. I don't do Goodwill. I don't do the bins, or at least I haven't had to do them yet. I am in Texas, so garage sales are kind of year round, which is really nice. I know when I was living up in Washington State, that was definitely a different story. So Thumbawamba, good morning. Good morning, Vicky. And PK's here. Okay, you guys, let's get this going. Let's see. Ann Kush says you have only a t-shirt collection. I got a collection of all sorts of stuff. I mean, I literally sell a little bit of everything. And like I said, I do it on eBay, Posh Mercari, Depop. NiceComps is my name. You can find me over there if you're looking for help to get inspiration on how to sell your stuff. Yeah, good morning. I love good mornings. Okay, let's get this up. So we're going to put this up on our board here. We're going to make it look really nice, smooth everything out here. Also, when you guys are when you're doing your t-shirts, one thing I've noticed when I'm seeing some of your guys' accounts, you know, I'll go in, people ask me to help, like go in and kind of edit their eBay or Poshmark closets. And one of the things I've been seeing a lot is on the bottom of your t-shirts, your front and back seam are not matched up. So it winds up looking kind of like this. I know that doesn't feel like a big deal, but what that tells the buyer is that the shirt is shorter in front than it is in the back. Now, you're going to have a lot of dress shirts that are like that, especially Y2K Polo Ralph Lauren's. Those are always going to be like that. But for most shirts, they're not going to be. So pull that front layer down and smooth that out so it gives it that nice, even seam. It's just going to make your stuff look way better. And then, of course, smoothing out our chest area. Now, on t-shirts, I don't usually leave the arms out. I kind of do it based on the t-shirt. If it's a small t-shirt, I'll leave the arms out. If it's not a small t-shirt, I like to fold them in. And the reason I do that is because otherwise, when you go to take your picture, the t-shirt has to be so far away to get all the items in that it's just not going to stop somebody in the scroll. So I fold mine in and then I just kind of push them back a little bit. Now that's just a personal preference. You don't have to do that. It's something I can do because what I'm really trying to show people is the graphic. I'm not as worried about showing them the sleeves or arms. I hope that makes sense. Is the backboard felt? Courtney, it is felt. Yes, absolutely. How do the sleeves stay flat? So I've got my board back here at about a 25-degree angle, and then I've got some felt. And if you guys need to know how to do any of that, let me get over to here because I'm going to get this question a lot over here. Let's see. Just a second, guys. Give me just a second. So if you go over to the Tubies, it's Ubies, which you can find really easily if you just go to my bio, YOE, click on it. You'll see a thing that says YouTubies. Click over there. I got a 2-minute video on exactly how I do this board to make it work. So yeah, like I said, sorry, I'm trying to like accomplish all of this. I'm trying to use technology. It is tenacious. It's also on my TikTok. If you guys scroll down, it's just, you have to scroll through a lot of videos to find it. So it might be easier to find it over on the Tubies and Tubies. I want to know how you did your photo area. Yeah. So like I said, just head over to the YouTubies and I've got a 2-minute video over there that tells you literally everything you could need to know. K-Star, welcome in. Okay. So let's get our phone. We're going to put it on our magic lanyard here because there's no way I could live my life without this thing. How many of you guys have gotten a lanyard for doing this? Whether it's this one or you've bought some other one. I cannot even I literally can't fathom doing this job without this thing and being able to just let my hand go and keep my phone on me. Sweet Briar, hello. Vicky's got her lanyard. Tenacious says hers is on her way. Yes to the lanyard. Game changer, right? Tell me it's not a game changer. I triple dog dare you. It's so amazing. If you need to get one of these, you can either just find one on your own through the Smile Amazon store, or if you go to the link Thinketer and my bio YOE, click on that, you'll see a thing that says reseller supplies to get you started through my link tree. Go through there, and you'll see it. Just make sure you get this long one. That's the one I have in my link tree. Don't get the shorter one, or you will be unhappy and send it back, which is what I had to do the first time. Lord, I needed that last night. God, tell me about it. I literally wear this everywhere. We went to a concert, like a week and a half ago or something, and I didn't have this, and it was so weird. I kept thinking I was going to lose my phone. So, busy mom, you got to get one. You got to get one, boo. All right, so we're going to get our pictures here. Now, I'm going to take my exposures, and I'm going to mess around with them a little bit. You can learn how to do your exposures just by Google searching, like, how do I change the exposures on my phone, and then put in your specific phone. It'll teach you how to do that. So whenever I'm doing lighter colors, my exposure is higher. Whenever I do darker colors, my exposure is a little bit lower. Usually for grays, it's somewhere kind of in the middle. So about a 0 is usually just kind of like a good, let's see, I'm getting a little bit of a light cast. We're going to rearrange just a little bit here. I don't want to block you guys, but I also need to get that light there. Whoops. All right, let's try that. All right, we're going to get a picture here of this, and then we're going to take a look and see how it looks. Now, the other thing that you need to make sure you're doing, and that looks lighter than what it actually is. So if your photo looks lighter, erase it. Take your exposure and just lower your exposure down a little bit. So let's try that. And sometimes you just got to kind of keep playing with it until you get it to look right. And that still looks too light to me. So usually with grays, I don't have to go down, but sometimes you will. It just depends on the shirt, because we want the photo to look as close to the actual item as it can. So that looks pretty good. So that looks like the shirt. So a couple other things. So number one, notice that my phone's in square mode. Your pictures have to be in square mode. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Your pictures have to be in square mode. If you put them in a vertical mode, what's going to end up happening is your photos are going to compress and vector down, and your item is going to look smaller on your platforms. People are going to scroll right by it. So it's got to be in a square 1-to-1 ratio. Number one. Number two, make sure, and I see this on some of the other accounts I've helped people audit too, is some parts of your item will be cut off. Like, notice how the bottom of my hem is still there, my sleeves are in the photo, and the top's in the photo. If I did this and the bottom hem was cut off, people are just going to scroll past it. Your eyes are naturally just going to get rid of it. Search engines are going to have a hard time finding it. Because ladies' pocket's only long enough for a chapstick. I fixed that. I like that, Riz. Man, that's why I wear dudes shorts. I'm telling you right now, because the pockets are actually reasonable and I can fit things in them. And my pants, I do not own, this is no joke, as of this moment, I do not own a women's pair of pants. I do not own a women's pair of shorts. Literally, don't own it. Tenacious. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a great photo. We're going to start with that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some photographs of the shoulders. So for t-shirts, I do the shoulders, I do the chest, and I do the length. If for some reason if it has long sleeves, then I'm also going to do the sleeves. In your listings, please make sure too that you guys are calling this chest or bust area if it's a women's shirt. It is not pit to pit. Search engines cannot find pit to pit. So if someone has in their settings that they fit a size 36 men's dress shirt or a 36 dress or a pair of 12 pants or a lady's size 12 top or whatever, if they have put that in their settings as like, you know how you can put your sizes like in Poshmark and Grailed and stuff, you can put like what sizes you want, what you're looking for. SEOs cannot recognize the word pit to pit. It recognizes the word chest. So if you're in your descriptions and you write chest or bust, if it's a women's, and then you put the measurements in there, the search engine can find it a lot easier. So it is not pit to pit, besides the fact that pit to pit just sounds kind of disgusting and gross anyways. Professional clothing companies do not call it pit to pit. So you should not be calling it pit to pit. All right, so we got a picture of the front here. Now we're going to flip this over. We're going to get a picture of the back here. Now, when I do this on the back, I'm not worried about making the sleeves totally perfect. I'm just trying to show that the back area looks good and that it doesn't have any like stains or anything like that, which it doesn't, so it looks good. Then we're going to bring it down and we're going to get pictures of the tags. So obviously the sizing is gone on this. This tag is faded. I still like to take a picture of it just to show people so they don't think that I'm, just saying that the tag is bad. So I'm still going to take a picture of it. Also on this one, because it's Disney, most Disney tags that are authentic will have the word Disney on the back of them. Not all of them. I don't want to put like a caveat and say to look for that. But a lot of times if you're wondering and just want to make sure, especially all these older shirts, because they're not going to have like care tags or QRs or anything like that. That's one of the little tricks you can do. And it's usually back there. Usually. There's going to be like the weird exception to the rule, but that's a kind of a usual. So we're going to fold this up here. And then I also, when I do things, I like to do things in batches. So for instance, I'm doing all shirts today so that I can just do shirts, because you'll be faster if you're doing things in batches. The other thing I do is I write down my measurements as I'm doing this, so that when I sit down to list, I have everything written down. When I list it into eBay, I cross it out with a green line. Once I have imported it into Vendoo and cross-listed it in Vendoo, then I cross it out with a pink line. That way I just know that it's up and it's listed and I'm good to go. Now that's my method to my madness. You guys can do it however you want, but that is how I choose to do it. I also do a numerical inventory system. So this goes in here, and then this goes in a bucket into our inventory room, and that way I can easily find it. I take a picture of the item so that I don't end up accidentally transposing the photos or the numbers. Every once in a while, I will have written down the wrong SKU number, and I can go back and look through my pictures and find the original one, so that I don't have to, look through all of my bins. I've had to do that in the past. How many people here have ever lost an item when you're listing, or you sold something and you go to find it and you have to search through like 20 bins or 40 bins? Been there, done that, bought the hat, sold it at a garage sale. Don't want to do it again. Okay, so we're putting Disney. This is our Grumpy, and I put NS for no size tag. Now on the bottom here, if there was any flaws with the shirt, I would write that there, but I didn't see anything. It is actually in pretty good condition for being from the 90s. How do I know it's from the 90s? Guys, you just sell enough clothes, you start to get a feel for it, and you just start to kind of know. You can also always use Google Lens to image search the tag, and a lot of times you'll be able to find someone else that has posted something that might have a date stamp on it, especially for something like this where there's no date because the tag is so faded. I can also prove that that's made in the USA if I can find another one of these that has that tag on it. Jennifer, what's up? Southern's in the house. Woo, 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 woo. Southern, how you liking your new woman cave? Yeah, Thelma Woman says, been there. Yep. I have lost stuff in tubs, man, so many times. So that's why I started doing the number system, because I didn't want to ever do that again. Good afternoon, Havoc. Coco Loco, that's fun to say, says, once posted, do you keep the pics or delete them? I just do. I could probably go back through and delete photos. However, they're just sitting up in a cloud. I pay $2.99 a month for unlimited. So they're just sitting somewhere, and my phone's not full. So I'm happy. If it ever gets to that point, I may have to go in and delete them. But, I have had old pictures that have come in handy. I have an entire table over here. You guys can't see it today. I have an entire table of stuff I had to pull because for whatever reason, when I was going through my listings and re-looking at everything, I forgot to take a picture of the back of a couple of them. I forgot to take measurements on a couple of them. Oh, what did we just sell? We just sold a vintage orange 10-inch tall travel plastic thermos for $10. I got that for 50 cents at a garage sale. Boom. All right. Sorry, side note. Get excited about sales, right? It's always exciting when that happens. So, so anyways, I have a whole table full of stuff. So I'm going to be able to go back through my pictures, because on iPhone, there is this amazing little feature where I can go into search and I can look for, specific items, specific things, specific numbers. I can look for SKU numbers, and then I can find that item. And then I can see what date I created those pictures, and I can go back and reuse the pictures. So it has come in handy so far. I know, woohoo, sale. I mean, it's an $11 sale, but hey. Sold that motorcycle jacket, yes, from a bulk buy on Depop. Awesome, Southern. What'd you wind up getting for it? All right, and I also have something kind of, on that note, I have something kind of exciting to share with you guys today. Do y'all remember, we just sold an LL Bean too. We just sold another thing. Do y'all remember the doll? Do you guys remember the big comfy couch doll from the other day? Right? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody remember this? Here, I'll show a picture of it. This is really exciting. So, does anybody remember this one right here? The big comfy couch. Get ready. Get ready to clown around with Luna and Molly, a clown and her dolly on the big comfy couch. So I got it at a garage sale for $4. Would you guys like to know the offer I took on it last night? Is anyone interested? Is anybody interested? All right, let me hide the name here so you can see the price. $340. Ah! Oh, so crazy exciting. $4 investment, sold it for $340. What's really cool about that is I said when I sell that, I'm going to use that money to get airfare for my son to fly down here for Christmas. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it. Here's why it's serendipitous. When he was a little kid, we used to watch that show together literally every day. And so it was like one of his favorite shows. And I am not the hugest fan of clowns. They kind of terrify me a little bit, but I'd watch it with him because he loved it so much. And I think it's just like he texted me because I told him when I saw that last night, he texted me and he was like, oh my gosh, that's full circle. Because like the show we used to watch that I knew about because we used to watch that I didn't particularly like, but I loved him. So we watched it now is going to pay for that airfare. So cool. Big comfy cash. Get ready. Riz, get ready. Get ready to clown around. I love that. That's great. Yeah, I should. I definitely should make a video. That's it. Yeah, let's do it, baby. I know, right? Excuse me. I know. So exciting. Southern, what was the bundle? Tell me about the bundle. I'm very curious. Yeah. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. I was pretty stoked on that sale. Oh, we just got another offer. Holy smokes. We're hopping tonight. All right, let's see. It's a sweater I've got listed for $57. They're offering $40. Now, I'll usually do a 20% off is about the top I go. Now, I do 20 because I'm getting stuff at garage sales for $1. So I can do 20% off and still like totally slay it with my return on my investment. If that doesn't work for you because your cost of goods is higher, make sure you're covering your booty. Make sure that you're making that money. Don't like just do it just to get the sale. Unless it's like something you don't mind parting with because you're trying to get reviews built up on Depop or something like that. Okay, so I've got it listed for $57. 20% off would be $11 off, which would bring that to $46. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter this at 46. And here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go make counter. I'm going to type in, this is real-time offers. So you guys can, this might help you out. So I'm going to type in 46, and then I'm going to add a message. And I use keyboard shortcuts. So my keyboard shortcut for this is meet me. And then that way it writes my whole long thing, which says, if you're willing to meet me a little closer to the asking, since it's already on sale this week, then I'm in. Sound fair? Question mark. Because I run a 5% off sale on my eBay at all times so that it looks like everything is always 5% off. I mean, it's only like a little bit off, but people like to see that something's on discount. So I'm able to write that. So I'm going to click done, and then we're going to see what happens. Now, he may counteract with 43. I can decide at that point if I want to deal with it. I haven't had a ton of action on this item. However, we're just heading into winter, and it's a super warm sweater. So, all right, review offer, submit, and here we go. Busy Mom says that was my favorite show. It's so cool too, guys. I got the message. The message I got back from the guy said, and I thanked him for his purchase, said it would be on his way. And he's like, I'm so excited. It was my wife had this doll when she was a kid and has been wanting one. And so I'm so excited to give it to her for her birthday. So it's like, that makes it even better. There's got to be an audio for that show on here. Use it for the background. Ooh, Souther, that's a great question. That's a good point. Are you familiar with the reseller site? Vestiaire Collective. I am not, Sunnyshine. I'm not sure what that was. The Y2K dollar per bundle. Whoa. Yeah, Southern. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. I remember that jacket. It reminded me of Negan from The Walking Dead. Okay, let's go on to our next thing here. Oh, we got to put down our measurements on our Grumpy. See, guys, I'm getting distracted because I'm getting excited. I was so excited about that sale. It was just such a neat way to end the evening last night, especially because I took a couple of the hours of my day yesterday to really sit down and like organize a schedule and everything for myself. And so I was kind of feeling like, man, I didn't get as much work done as I wanted to today because I was working on this project. And so to end the night with that was like, okay, that's like the universe, my mom and everybody else that's looking out for me saying, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep going. Yeah, I know. Isn't that so cute? I know. So I told him, I was like, oh, you get the good husband award for that, right? Yeah, I don't know what vestiary is. I don't know what that is. Is it an actual like reselling site, like a eBay kind of site? Or Jennifer, what is good? All right, so we've got our shoulders on this is 20. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a medium. And our length is 28. And then our chest is 21. So pretty standard medium. Okay, moving on. Next thing we've got here, this is a little Nike shirt. This is kind of a rare boy. I feel like it's probably a Y2K. Let's see. Let's have a listen. Medium. It's probably a post Y2K because it actually sounds, it's got a little bit of treble to it. So it's probably a little bit, it's not probably quite as new as I think it is, but it's really cool. It's got all these different trees on it. It's got the roots. And then it's got, of course, the Jumpman on the back. So let's get this up here. And it's got a couple little spots on it, but nothing too crazy. Of course, I'm going to point those out because it's not my job to decide if someone's going to want it if it's got spots on it. My job is to take a picture of the item and then to see if anybody wants to get it based on the actual facts, meaning the color of the photo, and then also if there's any spots or flaws. Now, when you're doing these bottom ones, if your hem isn't lining up perfect, you can just kind of fold it and put it like that. So like I said, having that clean edge in there is going to make a difference. I know it seems like such a small little thing, but sometimes those small things are what really changes someone's opinion on whether or not they want to buy it. So take a picture of that there. Shoulders look a little funny. Shoulders look a little funny. There we go. I think that looks better. And I'm also kind of one of those people that like, I need things to be even. I know. She's so particular. As my husband would say, or as my husband, when we first met, I'd always told him, I'm not picky, I'm just particular. Okay, so we're going to get that, and then we're going to get our shoulders here. And this is going to be a medium as well. I can tell just by the measurements. We're going to get our length, and then we're going to get our chest. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm also trying to get a little bit of the picture in the photo. That way it just creates what's called an exposure, meaning you're exposing the person to the coolness of the item over and over again. Most people are going to be anywhere between 5 to 21 exposures. So the more little kind of neat little caveats you can get in a photo, the better. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and point out some of these little spot areas here. And I think even with those spots, this will probably sell. My guess would be on Depop. Depop is kind of the platform that like era or generation doesn't care as much about the stains as, you know, maybe someone that's a little bit older would. So I did, Ladybug. I did try to clean the spots first. I used a couple different things on it. I put OxyClean on it first. I tried a little bit of Dawn and baking soda on it. And then I also ran it through the wash again, and they're just not coming out. It looks like really old, like Mexican food oil stains. And even like with Murphy's or any of that, it just those just have a really hard time coming out. If this was white, I could bleach it. But Foxy, what kind of backdrop are you using? So Fox, if you head over to my YouTubies, which is just NiceComps, I have a 2-minute video over there that just tells you exactly how to do all of it. Do you have a video posted about your setup? Yeah, I do, Caroline. So like I said, if you go over to the YouTubies, there is a 2-minute video over there, and it has links where you can get stuff. If you don't get that stuff, it's fine. It's just that's the stuff I'm using just to give you kind of an idea of what to get. AKA Vicky says, what app? I'm not sure what you mean. What is your eBay store name? It's NiceComps, same as it is on here. I'm not sure, Vicky, you might have to clarify on that one. Let's see, what else do we got here? Hello there, Sunset. Denise is in the house. Fantastic green. I swear by it. I got from a family friend. I'm not sure what that is. If you don't have a vote, you need to get it. Zote, Z-O-T-E, Zote. I haven't heard of that one. Let's write that down. I got my Post-it notes. Riz is here, so I got to have my Post-it notes handy. Zote, Z-O-T-E, stain remover. Yeah, I can usually get most stuff out. But the stuff that we're working on today is all stuff that I batch cleaned a while ago and then put it back in a box. And so a lot of it is stuff where I tried to get stuff out, and a lot of it came out, but a lot of them didn't. So fantastic spray. Okay. All right. You mentioned that shirt was on. Depop, Vicky. Usually stuff like that has like stains or anything like that, it's going to sell on Depop, especially if it's like Nike or something. Riz seconds his Zote. All right. I'll have to try it. You guys know I love gadgets and all of the things, so I'm willing to try just about anything. Watch the live stream replays while you're there. Oh yeah. God, yes. Yeah. If you guys want to watch the live stream replays, while you're over there, please do. I'm trying to build up my hours over there on the old Tubies at Tubies. $3 on Amazon. Fantastic all-purpose cleaner trigger fresh scent. Is that the Zote, the Z-O-T-E, Jewel? Yeah, Depop is an app. It's D-E-P-O-P. It's mainly like going to be like Y2K vintage name brand. Think like 18 to 35-year-olds. Depop is rivaling my eBay sales. Yeah, Jennifer. That's what I'm talking about. Zote is good. I get the bar. Look on the bottom shelf in the laundry section. All right, you guys are getting crazy about this one. I am definitely going to check it out. Nike does well on Depop. Absolutely. Nike does well on Depop. It also does pretty good on Grailed. Just type that into Amazon. No. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Jewel, fantastic. I got it once. I can't handle the smell. There's something about the smell of that cleaner. I can't do it. That one and Simple Green, both of those, there is something about them that like just I get all congested-y and I feel like I have a harder time breathing and stuff. So I know which cleaner you're talking about, though. I know it works good, but I can't do that one. I put it in my homemade laundry soap. Yeah, Coley. Yeah. It's something about the smell of it. It just gets me. I'm the same way with the stuff I never said. Yeah, it's so weird how some things are just like. Some things, the smell of it just like gets you. Like if I walk into, we just refinanced our mortgage recently to lower interest rates. And I went into the mortgage broker place and I walk in and I had to like sign this paperwork. And there was some sort of like Harvest Festival plug-in or something in there. And the whole time we're there, I'm like how do people have that smell all day long? But I'm a sensitive bird. So do you ever get problem buyers? If so, do you have the option to not sell to them or block? God, this is going to sound really weird, but I don't really. And I know that sounds really strange. I mean, I've had a couple people try to return stuff, or I've had a few SK Amers out there for sure. But I've just never had like super problematic people. If I get a weird feeling, I probably would just block them. I mean, why not? There's a million fish in the sea, right? And are they going to really buy something from you? So there's nothing wrong with just like blocking someone. If you don't feel comfortable with something or somebody, just get it out of your space, is what I always say. Zoe got the tar out of a wedding dress. All right. I am ordering this today. This is a real thing. Cinnamon brooms are the worst. Yeah. Oh, Jennifer, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then my brother's girlfriend, no shade on her, but she puts this stuff in her laundry soap that's a mixture of like patchouli and like a lavender smell. And it's like once you hug them, it's on you forever. So I'll walk around for the whole day and I'm just like, oh, I gotta change my shirt. Like, can share your experiences with eBay's international shipping. Mine just added and I got scared. Tam, don't be scared. It's totally fine and totally legit. What'll happen is make sure, first of all, if you're shipping international, just make sure your weights are good. So I always go up with my weights a little bit. If I know shirt's going to be 8 ounces, I will always put like 9 or 10 ounces in just to be safe to like cover. So that's the most important thing is you just want to make sure that your weights and your measurements are pretty good with that when you put it in. What'll happen is the international program, the buyer, when they buy something, they will pay your original shipping fee. I do flat rate. So that's what I do. I mean, I don't know if you do calculated, this might be different, but I do flat rate. So this is what I do. So on mine, I just put in the original, like, price of whatever I'm going to charge. If it's a t-shirt, I'm going to charge $5.99 to ship it. What happens is you'll get a label to print out. I use Pirate Ship where you can do it within eBay. you'll print the label out, and then it'll ship it over to like Illinois, or at least that's where mine go. And then from Illinois, it'll ship out from there. eBay will charge the buyer the difference between Illinois and wherever they live. That's why the international shipping program is so great, is because you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything anymore. And what's really cool about it is the second that gets to Illinois and it says that it's delivered, it is completely out of your hands. If that package gets lost between Illinois and wherever it goes, or there's an issue with the shipping at all, eBay is responsible and eBay takes care of it. I love that. I block people with no problem on Poshmark. I blocked a couple people on Poshmark actually, but there are people that keep trying to add stuff to my shows, and they were like kind of like in the shady situation. So I have blocked a few people. I've blocked a couple buyers on eBay that have bought stuff from me and then just been like, I just want like just maybe pills or like over messagey or just like, and I don't mean like just a little bit. I mean like inappropriate. There's been a few of those I've had to block. So I was like, I don't want to deal with this again. I don't want to deal with this again. This is too much. Yeah, Tam, totally. Yeah, you're good. I promise you, you will not regret it. It's so much better than the way the shipping used to be on eBay. You used to have to put in all this like spec information for their what do you want to call it? Like their country codes and all this kind of stuff. And it's so much work. Now it's like, boom. And I sell a lot of stuff international because you've got, I was petting Jack before I came on here. Can you guys tell? I got Jack hairs on me. Because on a lot of people overseas love to buy like American vintage or Y2K clothing. And so by opening that up on eBay, you're able to just have a way, larger pool of people to sell to, which is great. Hey, Nikki, how's it going? Kit Kat, I'm happy to see you. M. Goodson, what is good? All right, let's go ahead and put our measurements down. So we're at 1265 for that. That is a medium. And I went ahead and put that there's stains on there. Now, I don't call them stains in my listings. You do not want to use the word stain because that is the search engine will find that and filter those out. So I always just say a discoloring spot, or a smudge is also a great word for it. But if you put stain, the word stain in there, it can just kind of like bump you down on the list just a little bit. So you just want to be careful with that word. So those are discoloring, or smudge works a little bit better. Or you could even say a spot or a speck is also good. Okay, what do we got here? So our shoulders are 17. Our length is 27, and our chest area is going to be 19 on that. Thanks for the gift. Hey, TGIF. I know that means tomorrow is a garage sale day. I hope there is some here. I mean, we're getting kind of close to like the Thanksgiving situation. So I don't know. I mean, I only found like 26 last weekend. So, and that was finding 2 community sales. So if there's no community sales this weekend, it's going to be a little hit or miss. Dorothy Davis, what is up? All right, next thing we've got here is a Remington. This is definitely a Y2K. How can I tell? From the tag feeling. It also says made in El Salvador. So a lot of times when you see like made in El Salvador or made in Mexico, we had a lot of clothing brought in from El Salvador and Mexico in the like Y2K era. Now you see way more like China, or you see like more like Asian based locations. But in the Y2K era, we definitely brought a lot of stuff in, from Mexico and down south from us versus east from us. So also, I mean, the tag is beefy, so I can tell. And then unfortunately, this does have a few like lighter spots on it here, but it's pretty minimal. And it's got this really crazy cool back, which is great for Thanksgiving. So I will probably focus and have this be my first picture, the picture of the back versus just the front, because of the Thanksgiving holiday. So we're gonna get a picture of the front first, but I will definitely be focusing my attentions on the back for the actual first picture. And you can do that with stuff if you've got like a jersey, or you've got something that's got like a super sick like back graphic. There is nothing wrong with putting the back picture first. You see a lot of that, especially on Depop. You see that a lot. The imports from South America are related to NAFTA trade agreements. You can date the items that way. Yeah, that actually, Riz, that's on the nose. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that is 100% true. Yeah. Huh. Good point. Good point. The more you know. Rainbow. Okay. All right. Let's get a picture of this here, and we will move right along. All right. We're going to take a look at our the lightness and darkness on our exposure. So I had it up for that last shirt. We're going to go ahead and bring it down a little bit for this one. And then we're going to take a look at it. I think that looks pretty good. We're going to get a picture of the top here, shoulders. Then we're going to get a picture of the length. And then we're going to get a picture of the chest area. And on this chest area, I really want to focus on getting that logo in there, because then that's just creates that additional exposure. Now, this is the picture I'm going to use for my opening photo for this one. So I am going to make sure that this one looks better than I think I usually try to make the back photos. Usually I don't try to make the sleeves all perfect on the back like I do on the front, because you just want something that's going to stop their scroll. You're not looking to like, it doesn't have to be perfect when it comes to that. I mean, you don't want them looking, bad, but you don't need it to be quite so particular about it. Okay, let's take a look here. We're going to look at the color of this here, make sure we like it. I think that looks pretty good. Let's get a picture of that. And I don't like the sleeve. Bring that out a little bit, bring that out a little bit. And let's get a picture of that and see how that looks. Turning away from the light. That looks pretty cool. And then I do the side photo. So for graphics, if you can get kind of a side photo when you do those, that works really well because people can see how cracked the graphics are. And a lot of people want that cracked look, and a lot of people don't want that cracked look. So it's nice to be able to offer both of those. What are the rules around gently used cosmetics and or perfume? I don't know, Foxy. If anybody knows in here, I would love to know. I don't sell any of that. Southern, if you're still in here, Southern Treasures is a great person to ask about that. I know she sells a lot of like hard goods and stuff like that. I would definitely ask her if she's still in here. I don't know if she is still in here, but if she's not in here, you can always shoot her over and give her a follow and a message. That's Southern Treasures. She sells a lot of that kind of stuff. So, all right. Okay, got that. We're going to get a picture of the size tag on this. And in the words of the Muppets, moving right along. Can you explain how to measure the sleeve? Do you include the shoulder? So when you're doing the chest, the only time I ever do sleeves, now I know other people measure the full sleeve. I think Licious does the full sleeve. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't do it. I don't know, pure laziness of not wanting to do it. So I don't measure the actual sleeve length unless it's 3/4 or long sleeve. But when you're doing the shoulders, you just want to go from this point here, so the very far point, all the way straight across to that point. So those two little points are going to be your shoulders, and then your chest is going to be right underneath the armpit from side to side, and then your length is going to be where it hits on the, I kind of do, different resellers do this differently. I will say I've seen a lot of resellers do this two different ways. Either people go from the very, 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 very tip top here, or people go from the bottom here. I usually hover somewhere kind of just right below there. Why do I do that? In all of the time and all of the thousands of items I've sold, I have never had anyone complain that a shirt was too long, but I have had people complain that the shirt is too short. And so if I'm doing it way down here, that's not going to give accurate measurement, right? If I'm doing it way up here, it may fit them weird or different. Maybe they like to wear it back a little bit. I like to wear my t-shirts pretty taut up here, but not everyone likes that. Some people are going to pull the front down. Some people are going to pull the back down. So I figure if I kind of just hover right in there, and like I said, I haven't had any complaints doing that. So that's how I do it. Bearded, what is good? Thrifty says, I have videos pinned on my profile of how to measure. Perfect, Thrifty. I love that. I think I might have a measuring one too somewhere. I'm not sure. You have to scroll through. When is the best time to post leather jackets? Right now. Yeah, baby. It's fall. It's holidays. It's Christmas. Now is the time. Let's see. The history of made in Mauritius is interesting. It's shipped there, but never unpacked to skirt export. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but that sounds interesting. Oh, for export laws. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, Tuition Ain't Cheap is a good resource for that too. Yes. Jennifer, thank you. Yeah, Tuition Ain't Cheap has done a ton of videos because she sells like massive amounts. Actually, you know what? Oh my gosh, this is going to sound so random, but I think I saved one of her videos, or maybe I reposted it on my, was it on my TikTok? No, it might be on my Facebook. Because yeah, I think it might be Facebook. So if you go over to FB, look for Tuition Ain't Cheap, because she does do a ton of those videos on perfumes. And I know that a new rule came out recently that's allowing people to do something different with bottled stuff on eBay than they used to be able to. I don't sell any of that kind of stuff, so I'm not really sure. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. FYP page. Fran, thank you. And thanks for the follow too, if you followed. I appreciate that. Thumper Jumper Jen, bye. Have an amazing day. Yes. Thrift to Travel tells everything about used beauty products. Oh, there's another one. See, that's what's great about this community, guys, is there's always people that do different things. If I don't sell something or I don't know, I will always let you know. I don't want to, I am not in the business of giving you misinformation. That's for sure. Okay. All right. Let's get this folded up here and get it in a bag. All right. So we're at 1266 is the number we are at. I need Posh help badly. It's so dead. So Maniac Mim, couple things on Posh. Number one is, are you using a sharing bot? You know, and I hate to tell people they have to pay for something monthly, but I really do think on Poshmark, if you want to make it, you have to be using some sort of bot, whether that is Swift Seller or Auto Posher, you know, something to be sharing your closet. I think there's a couple other ones out there, but something to be sharing your closet so that you can have your listings constantly being refreshed, because Poshmark's one of those weird apps where they want to be like what Depop is. So Depop is like a social media platform where they just happen to sell stuff, right? That's kind of what Depop is. People spend a lot of time in there. You wind up chatting a lot with people in the texts in through Depop. It is a social media that sells things. Posh wants to be that, but never accomplished that. And so they're almost like forcing you to be that, because they're forcing the hand so much because that's what they want you to do. So what they have done is they've created this thing where only people that are sharing constantly and look like they're on the app being social are really getting any sort of like traction. So if you don't have a bot, that's going to be tough. Number one. Number two on Posh, nothing's wrong with going through and doing like closet cleanouts or closet discounts. I know people that will run different promotions over there. You know, getting to ambassador and ambassador 2 on Poshmark, which is really honestly just because you're sharing stuff and selling stuff, will help too. It's just one of those, like, I feel like Posh is just really about like rewarding the people that have spent a ton of time on there. So don't lose faith. You'll get there. It's just a matter of you know, being patient. And this is true story. Anyone that's been on here with me for the last few months know this. When I first started doing these TikTok videos, it's been about 3 months now. I didn't sell nothing on Poshmark. Literally, I sold nothing on Poshmark. It was like one item a week. Like it was, I barely even checked the app. Somehow in the last like month and a half, it's gone up, and now my Poshmark sales are like, let me see. I just got a message from Vendu. Let's see, and let's see what it says. I have earned. So in September, I sold $1,195 in Poshmark. I sold well over that in October. And I would say November is probably going to be closer to like 2,500. Why? I'm building up steam. I've got my bots over there. I've sold enough stuff over there that I look like a legit buyer. Poshmark also really rewards people that are making sales. So you go up higher in the rankings and So it's just a matter of sticking with it. I look back though at my sales from Poshmark the month before that, and I think it was like $250. So, and the month before that was $0. So you'll get there, I promise. Vendu, I use Vendu too, and I love Vendu. Here's what I'm doing. So here's a tip of what I'm doing. So Vendu just now announced and released that you're able to send offers on Vendu. So I have a bot now on Vendu that's going to allow me to send offers. Now I already paid for Auto Posher for November, so I'm going to use it up. But I literally have my thing to cancel auto posher on the 26th of this month because I'm going to go back to using something called Swift Seller. So Swift Seller is just less expensive. Now, all Swift Seller does is share your closet. And that's it. It likes things. It shares your closet. It likes other people's things. It's just for that. And it's less expensive than auto posher. Because right now I've been using auto posher to send offers and also to do the sharing of my closet. Now that I'm not going to need auto posher for that and I'm able to do that through Vendu, I'm going to get rid of auto posher and I'm just going to use the Swift Seller. It's SWIFTSELLER. I'll see if I can find like a link to it or something and put it in my linkity treaty when I get off here. Let me make myself a note to do that because it's kind of a weird bot that's hard to find. I found it because my son told me about it and he found it because somebody else told him about it. So let me put that down. Swift Seller on Linktree. All right, you're on a post-it note. Because it's only like, I think it's like $12 a month or something for the Swift Seller versus doing it through auto posher where it's like, I don't know, $24 a month or $30 a month or something like that. So yeah, you got to get a bot. You got to get a bot. Just like I said, if you've got Vendu, just go ahead and just get Swift Seller. Because like I said, I'm going to switch back over to Swift Seller. It works perfectly fine. I'm going to switch back over there. I just haven't switched because I already paid for November. I use Flip, also can send offers and get followers. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Flip, Casey Ray, but I have heard other resellers use that. So that's something to look into as well. Yeah, auto posher for me, just for those features, I think it was like to send the offers out and to share my closet. I think it was like $24 a month or something like that. But like I said, I'm not going to need it now because I've got Vendu. I sent you my measurement videos. They're very basic, but to the point. Thrifty, perfect. I will repost those. Casey Ray, $9 a month so far on Flip. Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks for all the tips. You're welcome. Ease Bay is my strong suit. I'm starting to import to Depop today. Great. Maniac Mem. Find my video on this page called Frustrated with Depop, ? Watch it before you take the plunge, but watch that video so that you don't get frustrated over there. Okay, let's get to our next item. So next thing we've got here is definitely a Y2K. I can tell because of the shiny gilden. And it also, I believe it says it has a date on it. Yeah, so this is going to be a post Y2K. So anything between the years of like 2011 to 2015, I have decided I am making a new aesthetic name because there isn't one. So I'm going to make one up and I will hope that it takes off in the world. You're welcome to use it as well if you'd like to use it, because hopefully if enough of us use it, we'll begin to have an era. Because when I have to call something from 2014 modern, because there's no word for it, right? You've got 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Y2K, and then modern. Well, that's not true. 2011 to now is not modern. Like 2018, 19, that's modern. But at 2014, that ain't modern. At 2013, that ain't modern. So I have done a new thing, and you'll see it on all my listings. It's post Y2K, POST Y2K, or POST-Y2K. The reason I'm doing it both ways is because I want to make post Y2K a thing. POST Y2K, no spaces. But for now, I'm doing both of them because having the dash in the post Y2K, the SEOs will at least pick up the word Y2K. They're not going to pick up the Y2K in the word post Y2K because not enough people have typed it yet. So if you'd like to use it, please do. I'm hoping eventually it'll become something. Perfect. Riz, I like yours better. Okay. All right. We're getting this up here and we are going to get pictures of this. So this is a San Antonio Spur 2014 redemption. Spurs pay back the heat. Capture 5th title shirt. And I can see there's just a little bit of stuff on here. Let's get all those goobers off. Oh, by the way, hey, Licious let me know these are on sale right now. So get yourself what I just got. Where did I put them? Did I put them up here? Yes. Give me a second, guys. I just ordered myself another pack because these are on sale right now. So this is the Kinesi's. These are the best lint rollers. Fight me. You're never going to tell me one's better. So the pack always comes with 2 lint rollers, which is great because then you have extra spares. Plus, you've got all these extra ones. What I like about these lint rollers is this. So most lint rollers, the thing will peel off when you're using it a bunch and you'll end up with like wasted squares. These are really cool because they're a triangle. So you just get the corner here, and when you peel them off, they come off as like a triangle because of the way that they're shaped. Watch this. I can do this like 100 different ways. I can literally like viciously lint roll this, and that thing is never going to peel back. I love these. I tried the Scotch Guard ones and a bunch of the other brands, and I got these ones on like let's see. I probably should do a review on these on Amazon because I love them. I think more people need to use these. They work so good, and they got the hole at the bottom so that you can tie a string on it if you need to, so you don't lose it. Because if you're me, you lose things all the time. So just go to the linkity in my bio YOE, click on that, and then go into the thing that says reseller supplies to get you started. I have the multi-pack in there, and it should be on sale. It's like, I think it's like 50% off or something right now. So it is a really good, it is a good time to get lint rollers if you get them. When that stuff goes on sale, you bet your britches I buy it because I don't want to have to pay full price. So I will wait till that stuff goes on sale to get stuff. All right, let's get a picture of this here and moving right along. All right, let's get a photo. And then, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm checking the color. I think it looks good. Let's take a look. Looks like the t-shirt, perfect. And then let's get some pictures here. So we got the arms, and then we've got our chest area. And again, I'm trying to get a little bit of the picture in each of these so that it creates that additional exposure. Now it looks like somebody decided to paint something in this. So it's got a couple little paint spots. But like I said, it doesn't matter. This will sell. It'll probably sell over on Depop would be my guess. All right, I'm going to flip this around here, get a picture of the back, get that laid out looking nice, smooth that, get the arms looking reasonably the same. And then we're going to snap a photo of that. Bring it back over and get a picture of the size tag. Like crescent rolls. Riz, that's exactly what it's like. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Oh goodness. I must be getting into my fall era here because I have been craving like homemade chicken dumpling soup. I have been craving that so hardcore. So I've got my sourdough starter. I've been thinking about, has anybody ever made chicken and dumpling soup with your sourdough starter? I don't know if anybody in here bakes bread like I do, but I've seen recipes of it and it looks really good. So I am wanting to try that like hardcore. Yeah, crescent rolls, man, that is like literally such a good, exactly. Riz, your brain thinks so much like mine. Like you're such a little analogy person where you like think of something because of something else. And that's like exactly how my brain thinks. So I appreciate you. We all love the Riz, man. We are all big Riz fans. We need Riz fans t-shirts, like big Riz fan. You can, it's a little bit more temperamental. I don't know if you're answering me, ma'am. You need some deep South chicken and dumplings. Southern. That sounds so good. Ooh, baby. Oh my goodness. I just did that and Jack barked in the other room. He's like, whoa, what's mama doing over there? She's cooked. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're answering about the starter of the soup. Got it. Okay, got it. So is it more temperamental than just doing like a make your own buttermilk? Because usually I'll make my own buttermilk by just doing like a little bit of vinegar or something in there. Interesting. Okay, we make homemade buttermilk biscuits. We have a turkey sandwich special at work. It's cranberry mayo, onion jam. Ooh, you guys are gonna make me hungry. I'm gonna be a hungry girl. Yeah. You know what? One of my favorite jams is. Have you guys ever had bacon jam? Has anybody here ever had bacon jam? Dude, it is too much. There's this restaurant in Seattle. It's called the Skillet Diner. And it's like a 50s kind of theme thing, but they have like gourmet kind of food. Of course, it's outrageously expensive because it's Seattle, but they have a chicken sandwich there. You guys know I love chicken sandwiches. They have a chicken sandwich there with this bacon jam that I could just sit there and eat that stuff all freaking day. It's so good. with stuffing and a side of mashed potatoes. We should send you some of our homemade pepper jelly cowboy candy. All right, I'm in. Yes, we sell it on our pork sandwich. Oh, Maniac makes bacon jam. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, you're making me hungry. I'm gonna be a hungry girl. I'm gonna be hungry. All right, so we got our Spurs t-shirt. This is an XL. I'm gonna write paint down here just so I know, and let's get our measurements in. So let's see, we've got a measurement of, drum roll please, looks like our chest is going to be 23. Our length is going to be 29, and our shoulders is going to be 22. And then let's see, what number is our bag? 1, 2, 6, 7 is the number. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to take a picture of that Remington tag too. I'm going to need to do that. So the chest on that was 22. And then what was our length on that one? Our length on that one was 27. I got to get a picture of that tag. I almost forgot the tag. See, this is why I like writing this stuff down while I'm doing this, because whether I'm on here with y'all or I'm just doing this on my own, my brain is so many places at the same time at all times that I will forget to take a picture of like a shoulder or a tag or something. So that's why I write these things down, because otherwise this is going to go get inventoried and then I'd have to pull it out of the inventory and get it and blah, 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 blah. Too much. You were a chef before you were an eBayer. All right, Maniac Mim. I want some bacon jam. You sending me some bacon jam? Food equals universal language. Absolutely. Oh man, now you guys got me thinking about that Skillet Diner chicken bacon jam sandwich. Dude, please, so good. Why is Seattle so far? I mean, I'm sure there's probably somewhere around here too that has it. Terry McPherso, how are we today? Maniac Vince says, I'll send you some. I want to take you up on that. I will take you up on that, dude. Legit, like I want some bacon jam so bad now, and I don't know how to make that. I don't do jams. I'm more of like a bake person. Like I'll do like, I like crock pot stuff. I like biscuity stuff. I make bread every week, but I don't do like jam stuff. Anything with boiling hot liquid like that, ooh, that is a recipe for a urgent care for me. I want a Merrick 70, and Dawn's here. Dawn Driscoll. Okay. Next thing we've got here is a 3/4 zip pullover. This is a Nakrua. You'll see this brand a lot. It is not a huge, crazy, well-known brand, but it's a little something. This is probably like a little $15 3/4 zip. I can't remember who this is. We looked this up once, and now I can't remember who this was. It's somebody. It's someone that my Google Lens will tell me who they are because I have no idea. Like it's definitely a college sports team. I just can't remember. I can't remember who it was. So we're just gonna fold this down, make that look nice, and then we're gonna fold this down and make that look nice. Make sure we don't got any weird hairs or anything on it. And then step back, take a look, and see how it looks. Okay. All right, what do we got? Perfect. All right, let's take a look at our color here. I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks like the color that it is. Let's take a look. Me. I don't think so. I don't like it. I don't like it. We need a different one. All right, let's try going up with our brightness a little bit here and see if that looks better. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, let me crop that though. I got a little weird on that. I got a little weird on that picture. The other nice thing is if you start your photos in square mode, when you go into edit it and you crop it, it'll just move with the square, which I don't even know how to explain it until you do it, but it is very nice. Charity, my son lives in Magnolia. Do you know where that is? Magnolia, Washington? Yeah, isn't that north up by like Kenmore and like the Everett area? Isn't that where Magnolia is? Because that's really weird because that's where my son lives. So that would be really crazy. If that's where I'm thinking it is, because it's not down by Federal Way, right? Salt Lake Bees. Salt Lake Bees. I'm writing that down. Salt Lake Bees. And that's for our 3/4 zip. That's wild. That would be really crazy, Riz, if they are from the same kind of area. Oh, Magnolia, Texas. Magnolia, Texas? Is that a Texas thing? Because there's Magnolia in Washington State. It's like a little tiny place, though. So that would be crazy. Arizona, what is good? How are we? D and Kyle M. If we're talking about Magnolia, Texas, I have no idea where that is. I got nothing. I got nothing on that one. All right, let's get pictures of our, I barely know where I'm at in Texas. Like, that is no joke. Texas is a huge state. And, I mean, I just recently found out that where San Antonio was. So I am definitely, growing up in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, I just, you're kind of up there in the boonies in the middle of nowhere. It costs you $1 million to go anywhere because everywhere you need to go is, 3,000 miles away. So I just, I don't know a lot of areas. All right, there's that. And let's get a picture here of the back. Make sure you don't got any weird little hairs or anything there. Looks good. And whoa, that's overexposed. There we go. We don't want it to look like it's not the real color. Arizona, I'm so happy to see you. You going to flea market tomorrow? What are you doing, Arizona? Magnolia, Washington, right on the sound. Yeah, I absolutely know where Magnolia is. Isn't that? I'm going to look because I'm going to see if it's where I think it is. Are we talking? Wait, let me look. Let me look to see if it's where I think it is. Do we both have sons up there in Washington? That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Let me take a look here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of course I know where that is. I've spent time there before. Dude, that's up close to like Beth's Cafe. Oh, best hash browns ever. This is where that punk rock girl used to live. I used to panhandle on the streets of Seattle. So I've been to Magnolia many times. Many parties, doing naughty puppy things, I'm sure. So yeah. So our kids are, Riz, our kids are about 15 minutes without traffic from each other. That's insane. That's insane. Any idea how far you are from Spencer? We looked this up. Spencer is Spencer Houston? Is she's more south, isn't she? I think she's south. So if she's Houston, she's like 3 hours from me. I'm thinking she's south. Yard sales tomorrow and flea market Sunday. Oh, you do the flea market on Sunday? Okay. She's super close to me and I'm 5 hours from Spencer. Yeah, isn't Spencer down south? Because Riz, you're north of me, aren't you? Yeah. Mojave Mike, what is good? How are we? Yeah, I think Spencer is, I want to say Spencer is south. Like, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. It's hard to keep track of where everybody hails from. All right, so you got our 3/4 zip in. Now, this is a good example of a shirt. I am going to take measurements of the arms because it's a long shirt. So I am 100% taking, I took a picture of that. So we got 1, 2, 6, 8, and I have to take a picture of the tag. This is my life. I fold things up and then I unfold them again. This is what I do. I fold and I unfold. It is an extra large. All right. Perfect. Rebecca Friedla is in the house. What is Rebecca doing with her day? What is Rebecca doing? I don't know why, but that just had to happen. Sometimes you just got to get the wiggles out, right, guys? You just got to, I have to get the wiggles out. Sometimes that's in the form of a song. Man, I have had, so the way that my brain works, because it is a spicy brain, is songs or things get stuck in my head and I have a hard time sleeping. So I was up at like 2:30, 4:30, and then I finally just got up at like 6:45. So I was like, well, we're just going to get up for the day. But during those times when I couldn't sleep, I have had that song, Mr. Bright Eyes, stuck in my head this has been going on for like 4 days now and it won't stop. So it's like, coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with the kiss. How did it end up like this? And it started with the kiss and it was off the kiss. Now she's falling asleep and she's holding my hand and I'm calling the cab and just like, it literally, it won't stop. So I've been singing it out loud, walking around the house, thinking if I can just get it out enough times that it'll stop being in my head. Oh. Rebecca is crushing the day today. Rebecca, what are you doing to crush the day? Smash it. Hulk smash. Thanks for the like, you guys. Cheesesteaks, now my spicy brain. Sorry, Mim. Sorry, Mim. I didn't want it to be. What is it? Misery loves company. Why did I just sing that along with you? I know, it's unavoidable. It's an unavoidable song. And apparently it's exceptionally unavoidable at 2:30, 4:30, and 5:45 in the morning. Like, it's, oh man, like, people that can just like lay down, like my husband, he can literally be like, good night, honey. And he just lays down and then he's just asleep. And I'm like, what is that life? What is that life? How do you turn it off? I mean, I don't even know how you do that. Melatonin's not doing the trick. I'm just going to show up on Texas soil one day and surprise y'all. Love to see you, Southern. You got too much work to do. You got a brand new woman cave to list in. So you got work to do. You're on work duty. All right, next thing we've got here is a cute little 70s shirt. This is definitely like hipster, indie, scenester, retro 70s, preppy, golf, skater. I mean, tennis. We're tagging it all with our keywords. Super cool old tag made in the USA campus sport. Color's got a little bit of discoloration, but I mean, not much for how old this little shirt is here. It says it's a large, which by the 1970s standards is probably correct. By 2020 standards, absolutely isn't a large. It is definitely a small. So the tag says large. I ain't listing it as a large because someone's gonna buy this. So what I'll do in an instance like this is I will put just in my title, I'm putting, S-M for small, medium. And then in my description, I'm going to say, in my specifics, I'm going to put it as a small because this is not a large, right? So in my description, though, what I'll do is I'll put in there, because people are going to say, well, why does it say large on the tag? I'm going to put size tag says large, does not fit like a large, fits like a small or medium, see measurements below. Because I don't want somebody returning this because it is not what it looks like. The trip would be a write-off since I'd be with my colleagues. I like that, Southern. I like the way you think. Hit the road, Mac. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Mac. And don't you come back no more. Oh, woman, don't you treat me so mean. You're the meanest damn woman that I ever did see. I guess if you say so. Ooh, I gotta pack the things and go. That's right. That was one of my mom's favorites to sing. All right, so a little detailing there on that. Really interesting length sleeves on this for sure. These are like, this is such a quintessential 1970s. This is like an early 70s shirt. I'd say this was probably like a 73, 74 at the latest. So we're just gonna kind of fold these down a little bit because they are like, I do want to feature the fact that they are definitely a little bit of a unique size. I mean, if this doesn't scream like indie, scenester, hipster, I don't know what does. This is a legit hipster shirt right here. If you don't know what a hipster is, congratulations, you've just found out what a hipster is. For sure. Okay, or a scenester, either of the two. Not to be confused with emo, which is totally different. If you're trying to learn those aesthetics, the best thing you can do is just Google search and then just go into images. And a lot of places will have like, there's a lot of different sites out there that have like aesthetic posts where they'll have photos along with it. Reddit's another great resource for kind of learning like what the different aesthetics are and what they look like. So I had to do that for some of the aesthetics, especially stuff that I wasn't really familiar with. Like when you guys first brought up Starboy, I hadn't seen that one before. I went down the hole of Vaporwave to learn that one. So, which I appreciate you all teaching me some new ones too. And that's just how you learn it, right? You just got to go down the hole and you got to read it and look at it. Some people are, watching Real Housewives of Orange County. I'm watching videos on aesthetics. So there you go. Croc says I'm here for the singing. Well, Croc, you might be the only person ever that says that they're here for my singing because it ain't good. I can only imagine your husband's face as he sits in another room listening to you. You know what? It's so funny because I think he's just so used to it. He just doesn't even hear it anymore. But we love singing little songs to our dogs, which he always participates in. He just isn't like a walking encyclopedia of songs like I am. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm going to catch you slipping by not having these things in four-wheel drive. Girl, it's never going to happen. They are always in a four-wheel drive. They are always, if you ever catch me without them in four-wheel drive, it just means I just slipped them on and didn't get a chance to pop down my kickstands yet. Crafty Nurse, how are you today? I'm happy to see you. All right, we're going to get a picture of the tag this time so we don't forget. So let's get a picture of that here. Made in the USA. Yeah, baby. Such a beefy tag. Listen to this thing. That is a tag. That is a tag. Oh my gosh. That is a situation. Holy smokes. That is like, that shows you the quality. You look at a tag now and it's like tink, tink, tink. It's like nothingness. It's like a pretend tag. This one probably has like a pretend tag. Yeah. Like, listen. Tink, 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 tink. Ugh. Because if this was a vintage Descendants t-shirt, first of all, it would be worth like $350, but it would also have a much better tag. Brew is crying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hopefully those are tears of joy and not tears of terror. All right. We're getting a picture of the outside. So 1269 on that one. 1269. Vintage shirt. Excellent. Party time. Recently watched that again, by the way. It had been so many years since I watched Wayne's World, and I was like, I want to watch Wayne's World. So we sat down and we watched Wayne's World, and it held up. It's still so funny. It is still so good. I love that. It made me want some red vines. All right, our length on that is 27, and then our shoulders are 17. Perfect. Brittany, what is good? All right, couple more things here, and then I'll let you guys go for the day. We got a little Timberland. So this is a really nice little Timberland shirt. I picked this up for, I think I got it for $1. It might have been $2. This might have been $2. The reason I want to get this listed right now, though, is because of the colors. So this screams Thanksgiving, family holiday, family dinner, Christmas party, Thanksgiving party, Macy's Day parade. Any Thanksgiving thing I can even think of is going to go in the keywords because this is like the exact color that you would wear to like your Meemaw's house for, for Turkey Day. So we're going to go ahead and just put a little tape back here just to keep this one nice and sturdy. And this is in really good condition. It's actually a really nice shirt. Even on the buttons, it says Timberland around all of the buttons, which is pretty cool. So Timberland clothing, I don't think sells quite as well as Timberland shoes. But for $1 or $2 at a garage sale, I mean, this is probably like a $40 shirt, I would imagine. I could be wrong, but I haven't comped it or anything, but we'll find out. I'm so excited for Happy Gilmore, too. I know. I hope it's good. Get in your home. Why won't you go to your home? We finished Agatha All Along last night, by the way, you guys. So good. Dude, I mean, if you like retro vintagey stuff, you're a Wizard of Oz fan like I am. I mean, I have an entire arm sleeve of it. So if you're a fan of that, you're a fan of like anything like witchy or haunty or anything like that. Oh, so good. So good. All right. Let's get a picture of this here. Let's see how our coloring looks. I think that might be spot on, actually. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so we're going to get shoulders. Now, on this one, I want to make sure that each of these pictures, I'm really showing either the Timberland logo on the pocket or I'm showing the fact that it says Timberland somewhere if I can, because that's just an extra exposure for you, for the people to give them a reason to buy it. So we'll get that chest area, but I'll also get that logo in there so people can see it. Now, these are a little bit longer baggy sleeves. So I am going to actually take a picture of the sleeves of this one. Like I said, on the standard t-shirt sleeve, I'm not really that worried about it. But when it comes to like anything that's not just a standard sleeve size, I will definitely do that. Put our tape back up here. And then I also want to get a picture of these really cool buttons. I've never seen buttons that have like the name of stuff. I've seen Tommy buttons sometimes have this, but I've never seen any that have like the full name. Look at this. This is really cool. It has like the Timberland name written on both sides around each button, which is pretty stinking good. I'm convinced y'all throw Jack a whole birthday party every year. He gets banana for breakfast every day. It's his birthday every day. He's got to have part of mom's banana every day. Yeah, let's see. Sally's birthday is December 23rd, so hers is coming up, and Jack's is his is March 15th. I have it written down. Party favorites consist of milk bones, kibble and bits, and chicken feet, right? Yeah, I will say this though. I gave so they each have like a little bit of banana with my breakfast. They don't get a whole bunch of people food. We do like mainly doggy stuff here. But the other day we were making something to eat, and Justin was shredding the outside of carrots. He was getting the skins off. And normally they do okay with them, but I woke up yesterday morning and I went to make the bed, as I do every morning. And I looked and realized we had slept with a giant pile of puke just right there on top of the covers, just hanging out, just living its life. And it was like carrots all day, every day. So he gets weird little tum-tum stuff. So I think we're going to have to lay off any sweets or treats for a minute here. Nick, what is good? Now, Shorty, my old little guy, was obsessed with his birthday. We would have a birthday party every year, and we did have doggy games and stuff. And he would get gifts, and he would literally reach his snout in his gifts and pull them out with his teeth. I have so many cute pictures of that. Jack and Sally, they're not interested. She just wants massages, and he just wants to play fetch. That's it. That's their life. They make Rolaids for dogs. That's what they needed. Man, I was like, I just want to point out that we slept with this on our blanket all night. Like, that's impressive and disgusting at the same time. All right, so we got XL, and we got Timberland, and then we've got one of our sizing. So our sleeves are 12. Our chest area is a 25.5. Our length is a 32. And our shoulders is a 19.5. Nick, I'm doing great today. Thanks for asking. It's Friday. It's been a great and busy week. A lot of craziness with the election and everything this week. So this week was kind of weird for sales, but still sold some great stuff. Sold a $340 toy last night before bed. So that was fantastic. Really excited about that. All right, let's do one more together. Let's see if I can find kind of a cool little banger. Oh yeah, this is going to be a banger. So I got a really good feeling about this one. I have not comped this yet, but this is a Y2K, early Y2K Thrasher. If anybody knows what Thrasher is, so Thrasher is a skate magazine. I used to be completely obsessed about it because I wanted to look at the skater boys in it. I'm just going to admit it. That's what it was for. And this is like a super old design that's redone. So this is it. And it's actually an authentic Thrasher label, made in San Francisco, or out of San Francisco. Let's see, this is Dominican Republic. Yeah, so this is probably a Y2K. This is probably like a 2006. I don't know. Let's give it a listen. The Big Comfy Couch doll. That Big Comfy Couch doll that was in the, I need to make a video on it. That was a good idea. Oh yeah, that's got bass. Listen to that. That's got the bass. What's the difference? Let me show you the difference. Let's get one that's, gosh, I got so much Y2K stuff. Okay, this is going to be a newer one. Man, I wanted to keep this shirt so bad for myself. It's just too small. I think it's a medium, but it's a really small medium. It's just kind of skinny on the sides. And so I put it on, and it was just like, I need room. I'm a sweaty. Yeah, give it that base, baby. Exactly. So listen to the difference here. So those of you that haven't joined me before, this is how I can tell and time kind of date stuff a little bit. So listen to this shirt. So this is more modern. Ding, ding, ding. Can you guys hear that? Ding, ding, ding. And then you listen to something that's a little bit older. See how that's different? boom, 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 boom. And then we got a real old boy here. Let's see, where's that really old one? I have one in here that I think is pretty old. Okay, here's one. This is going to be older. So this shirt's fire, man. I almost want to keep this, but I'm torn. I'm having a torn one with this one. So front, super sick. Back, crazy sick. Now, if this was just 28 days later and not 28 weeks later, I'd probably keep it. But this one's a little bit older too, because we all know when that movie came out. Medium. I'm trying to find, I thought I had one that is like, here we go. Where is that? So we got a little Nike one. Ready? Listen to this one. Nope, just kidding. That's a reprint. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep pulling them out until I find one. Oh yeah, listen to that. Dunk, 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 dunk. Listen to that one. And then this, I thought this was a newer Nike, but it's not, because listen. See how high pitched that is? That tells you it's newer. So that's how you can date stamp a lot of your stuff to see if it's actually vintage or not. Yeah, Cielo, pretty cool, huh? If you ever find a vintage Stone Cold tee, please message me. I will. Arizona, 100%. Arizona, Stone Cold. I had a huge giant wrestler lot that I sold, I don't know, maybe like 8 months ago or something for $700. Like the old school wrestlers. It was really cool. It's sturdier. It's because of what they put in shirts now, the material. Back in the day, they were pretty much 100% cotton. Then they started doing the cotton poly blend. Now there's like so much like latex and other stuff in there, like filler stuff. Riz probably can tell you exactly what that is. If you ever find a front 242 shirt, message me. Okay, all right. We'll just do this one since this is the one that's out. We'll do this 28 weeks later. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick t-shirt. Like I said, if it was 28 days later, I probably couldn't resist myself and I'd probably have to keep it. But 28 weeks, it wasn't as good of a movie as the first one. I am, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know this fun fact about me, but I am absolutely 100% completely and totally obsessed with zombie movies, zombie shows. I have watched The Walking Dead all the way through, completely all the way through like 6 times now. I will put it on to fall asleep and take naps too. If I take a nap, Lord knows I don't know when that ever happens, but I will put it on just in the background. Anything zombie related, I'm all in. I am in it to win it for sure. All right, let's get a picture of this here, and then we're going to take a look at the color. Make sure it looks good. Yeah, it looks great. All right, and we got shoulders, and then we've got length, and then we've got chest, and looks like we got one little tiny spot there, like a micro spot that didn't come out with bleach. So no biggie. It'll get sold. I mean, I can't imagine that there's that many of these out there, but maybe there is. You know, it's funny. It's like what they say about assuming with reselling. You just never know. Like, you have no idea how much something is worth. Something is only worth what someone will pay for it. At the end of the day, that's really the truth. And so it depends on what people will pay, but it also depends on how many else are out there. I could tell you exactly why. You can tell by the sound. It's a tensile strength of fibers. So so I am curious about this, Riz. Is it the kind of material that they're using in there has less tensile strength, and so that's why it sounds higher pitch? What is it? Why is that? Is it just because it's just the stuff back in the day was like a better quality cotton, and the stuff now, the fibers are just so bad? They filmed a lot of that show about 15 or 30 minutes from me, Southern, in for a Walking Dead. I would imagine so, because didn't they film a lot of that like down in Macon County and stuff? Like, dude, if I were you and I had lived there, of course you're pretty young, but if I had been the right age, or if I'd been my age and then living where you live, I would have literally probably stalked the show to go find it. Not kidding. True story. Like, I love it that much. Like, it's a thing. It's a situation. It's definitely a thing. All right, this tag is like 100% crazy. All right, medium, and it's an anvil. It's like so crinkly. I thought I steamed it pretty well, but apparently not. All right, so we're going to crop that, try to get my meaty fingers out of there as much as possible. There we go. There we go. Can I ask you a question? You may ask me a question. Please do. Yes, I'm completely weirded out by that stuff. Couldn't even get through the first episode. Are you serious, Southern? Man, I love it. I love zombie stuff. Like, I have a whole tattoo thing I want to do on my leg. I want to do like a giant zombie piratey girl, and then I want to do her not zombie on the other leg. Like, that'd be pretty tight, pretty sick. The new natural fibers are short staple unless Pima or Supima. Oh, that makes sense. All right. And the new synthetic are they're literally plastic. Okay, so that's what causes that ting ting ting. That's pretty much what I thought, but I didn't know the actual fact of that. No, because I have 147 nightmares decided to close my eyes. Oh, poor Southern. Where do I find it's single stitch? Is it inside or bottom of a shirt? Oh, where do you find if it's single stitch? So on t-shirts, single stitch will be two places. It'll be down here at the bottom. So you'll see how this has two stitches, 1 and 2. It'll just be one of those. So it'll be at the bottom or it'll be on the top here. So what it'll look like is just like that. It'll just look like one stitch instead of 2 stitches. And you'll find that on t-shirts. You'll find that on Western shirts. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are gonna be like the 2 places you really find that the most. Sugar, what is good? We haven't seen you in a minute. How have you been? What have you been up to? What has Sugar been up to? We're going down, down. That's what I think of every time I see your song. Baby, we're going down, swinger. I'll be the number 1. You know what you got? And pull. I can't say the whole song because we're on TikTok. So I have words in it. I can't say it. Sugar, we're going down, 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 down. Hey, Ems. Thanks for the gift, you guys. All right, 1, 2, 7, 1. Come on, pin. Don't fail me now. 1, 2, 7, 1, and that's 28 weeks. It is a medium. And then what is our size on this? It is and it's got 1 spot. It's got a 19 chest. It has a length of 27.5, and it has a shoulder of 18. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to grab myself some lunch because y'all made me really hungry with the biscuit and the bacon jam talk. I'm going to grab myself lunch, get the rest of this photographed, get it into eBay. I'm trying something new. So I'm trying something new, you guys. Here's what I'm doing. I am getting all my things that I want to post the next day. I am getting them in my eBay drafts. And then when I get up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing in the morning is I'm immediately listing all of those drafts, making sure they go through and all that. Yes, I could schedule and do it. It's just more work. It's easier just to hit, list. So I'm going to list those in the mornings, get those into eBay, kind of get them going, get them, all up in there. Then I'm going to sit down later later after I do breakfast or whatever, and I'm going to get them into Vendu, and then I'm going to cross list those into all my other apps so that all my listing is done way wicked early in the morning so that it has the whole day to kind of generate new people. Then what I'm going to do is I'll do the pictures of, I'll hang everything up, get it all ready, get it steamed, get it all done and ready to list, take pictures of that, get it in my drafts for the night for tomorrow. So I'm going to try this. I'll keep you guys posted and let you know if I notice an increase in sales or if I notice anything. I just know I haven't been getting up as many items as I want to in a day. And I think the problem is that I'm trying to get all of my stuff photographed, or I'm trying to get everything hung, steamed, and then photographed, and then put into eBay, and then waiting for all of it to get in, and then getting it imported into Vendu, and then waiting for that to finish getting imported. Then I'm trying to get all that cross-listed And then what's happening is the day is just getting later and later and later. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to get everything put up kind of earlier in the day and see if I feel like I'm getting more stuff listed, because the longer the day goes on, the more exhausted I get. And so I just know I'm way slower doing things later in the evening. So I'm going to try it. I'll keep you guys posted and let you guys know. Vintage single stitch t-shirts were produced before 1994. That is true. When you're outsourcing to you guys, another t-shirt tip, if you come across a black t-shirt and it's single stitched, and this goes for some stuff that isn't single stitched too, but especially single stitch, if it's black, make sure you pull on it to see if it has dry rot. Because in black clothing back in the day, they used a sulfur-based dye, and it has reacted within itself over time. I don't know the exact chemical reason. I am not a scientist. I am a reseller. But what happens is the shirt will look totally fine, and you'll buy it, and then you'll bring it home, and you'll go to list it, and you'll pull at it, and it'll literally just rip in half. So make sure that you test that when you're out and about. Let's see, what else do we got here? All right, the SS machines were replaced by cover stitch machines in the 90s because they're too costly to repair. Oh, is that why they replaced them? That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, you guys, hustle, good to see you. I'm out of here. I'm going to get this stuff listed. I'm going to have lunch. I will see you guys back on here tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, I will be doing a garage sale haul like I usually do. I'll have my time up, whether that is in TikTok, FB, TT, YouTube, wherever it is. You guys will see that I will schedule that out ahead of time. Thank you, Justin, for helping me with the software so that I can do all of that kind of stuff and maximize my time, because I was spending too much time doing that. So thank you to my husband. Shout out. He can't hear me because he's working in the other room, but that's okay. We're chatting about anyways. Yeah, so I'll be back on tomorrow evening. Now, if I don't find a whole bunch of garage sales tomorrow, because it is a little bit slower time of the season, we will do some unboxing of stuff out in the garage. Last but not least, if you guys haven't had the opportunity to download Jamble yet, now, if you're an Android user, unfortunately, they do not have an Android option yet. But if you are an iPhone user, or you have access to an iPad or something in your house that has the capabilities to download an Apple app, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Jamble. You're going to go to the link in my bio. You're going to follow it over, and I have a code for you to put in. I just got this code. So normally they do, you get a $10 credit when you purchase a new item, but I just found out that they are giving all of y'all, anyone that comes to this, my first Jamble show, which is on the 18th of November, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, every single person is getting a $25 credit. So if you haven't been on Jamble, you've never bought anything there before, you are going to get a $25 credit to buy something from our show. And I have 2 boxes that are about this big and this big, full of music tees. I don't even know what is in there. So some of it's newer, some of it's older. I haven't even been through it yet. So it is going to also be a surprise for moi. And I'm going to run those shirts, at least some of them, partially on that Jamble show. We'll probably have to do a couple because there's so many. There's probably like 100 and something shirts in there. So, or more. I don't even know. Maybe 200. So get Jamble downloaded. You're going to use the code NiceComps25. And I'm going to write that down right now. I'm going to write it. It might be backwards. It might be backwards here. That pen has lived its life. We're going to use this. I'm going to write this code down. NiceComps25 is the code. NiceComps25. Like I said, that might be backwards for you. If it's backwards, then you just gotta flip it around. NiceComps25. That is going to give you a $25 credit to buy something. But wait, there's more. There's also going to be a Coach bag giveaway. So they are giving me a Coach bag to give away at the show to somebody. So make sure you bookmark that show. So once you download Jamble, go into my shows. You should be able to heart it, follow me, bookmark it. And I will keep reminding everybody that this is coming up because I need the support. This is my first time ever doing a live selling show ever. I have never done a WN show. I've never done a Posh show. I've never done a show on Facebook. I have never done this. This is a brand new thing for me. I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I'm okay on camera, but I'm nervous about the selling stuff on camera. That's like different than just coming on here and chatting with y'all. So if you can get Jamble, if you have a husband or a girlfriend or a partner or a kid that has an iPhone, someone in the house, just get it for that so that you can get the credit. NiceComps 25. Thank you, Arizona. Yep. So Jamble is the app. This is what it looks like. It looks just like this. It's this little blue guy right there. Jamble, or purple. I guess it's purple. But if you go to my TikTok here and you go to the top here where the old link dinketer is, if you click on that, it's this first thing. So you're just going to click on that there, and then that's going to take you over to like create your account, and you're able to put in NiceComps 25 as the code that sent you. And then this is the show that we're going to be coming to. This is the show I'm going to be doing. So free Coach bag giveaway, $25 to spend. I mean, I wish I could come to my own show because that's an amazing deal. So, all right, you guys. Staffed Apple, I saw that you follow me on there. Thank you. Just redeem the code, says Vicky. Perfect. Perfect. Vicky, was it pretty easy to sign up for that, doing it? Because I haven't done it from like, I've only signed up through the link that they originally gave me when they invited me to sell on the app. So I don't know how it works when you follow like my link. Was it fairly easy? I'm assuming so. I hope so anyways. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Have a beautiful, awesome day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for adding the 5.6K hearts. Thank you for adding value to the stream. Riz, thank you for answering questions. Thank you guys for helping each other out too. Vicky says, yeah, it was super easy. Cool. So just follow the link that's in my link dinketer. Go to Jamble, put in the NiceComps 25 so that you can get the $25 in credit. Like I said, normally it's $10. So $25, boom. All right, you guys, love each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow for a garage sale or unboxing haul. All right, take care, everybody. Peace.